Hello, everybody. It's Monster Forge again with another pretty cool toy review. And in this case, we have the Masters of the Universe Masterverse New Eternia Battle Armor Skeletor. And I don't think I've done a review of one of these figures before. I'm trying to remember if I did any reviews of any of the Skeletors that I've had before. I collect Masters Universe stuff, but mainly I collect Skeletor. Skeletor is my favorite character from Masters Universe. Has been since pretty much day one of meeting Skeletor back in the day. You know, when you're a kid and you get a toy for the first time, it's kind of like meeting somebody new. But anywho, I always thought Skeletor was cool. I loved the colors of Skeletor. I loved the character of Skeletor in the little mini comic books that came with the original Masters Universe figures. When the cartoon came out, I had already been exposed to the little mini comics for, and I've probably already told this story on here before, but that was kind of the basis for what I thought of Masters of the Universe, the more barbarian and I don't know, a little bit more violent, serious stories that were in those books. And that's just the way it was. And so, you know, there was no Prince Adam, there was no King Randor or nothing like that. It was just He-Man versus Skeletor and, you know, the good guys and the bad guys. But I've always liked Skeletor a lot. And so that carries through into my collecting nowadays is I will collect Skeletor just about anything unless it's like ridiculously expensive. Good news, the Masterverse stuff is really not badly priced for what you get. These are well, they're actually they're styled sort of like Marvel Legends figures, but they might be a little bit bigger, like the average size character in the line might be a little bit bigger. Some of them are way bigger. It's all according to the character, but um, the there's like sublines within the line. There's Masterverse, and then there's like the Masterverse will have like you know, they did the movie Skeletor from the 80s movie. They did the newer animated series Skeletor, and you know, He-Man too, but I'm just focusing on Skeletor here. They did I think I already said the Revelation. Yeah, they did the Revelation one, and um then they launched this little subline called New Eternia, and I guess it's like kind of a reimagining of Masters Universe. It's a little bit more grim and gritty, and I have the first Skeletor in the new Eternia set, and it's this one. It's just the regular New Eternia Skeletor, and he's kind of based on the Demo Man design. I did a video a while back about Demo Man. Why in the world is it not focusing? Come on. I always have a battle with this camera about focusing. It might just be because there's so much going on. There you go. He kind of is similar to Demo Man with the goatee and everything, but I love his armor. I love like his Havoc staff is really savage looking. He's got really cool armor. Just a cool looking figure. And the Masterverse figures are more articulated like Marvel Legends figures. And you know, just kind of to show you the size here. Yoink. Uh, Skeletor here is a good bit bigger than Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom's a fairly good size Marvel Legends figure. And when I talk about the good price on these, The Masterverse figures are still right around 20, 21, or $22. The Marvel Legends figures they run about 25 now, according to where you get them. So it's comparable, but I think you're getting a little bit more bang for your buck. But we're not talking about these guys right now. We're going to look at this guy. And this is, we're unboxing this guy. I haven't had a chance to take him out of the package yet, but we'll take a look at the packaging. Now, I'm not sure if, because Mattel is another one of those companies that does not give credit to the artists that do the packaging. I don't think. Yeah, they've never been really good about crediting the artists. But I want to say this is still Nate, and I'm gonna mispronounce his name. Barish, I think, is his name. Nate's artwork, if you look it up, it's like Baer. I'm screwing it up. I'll put it in the link below. But Nate's artwork has always been fantastic, and I don't know if this is still him doing it. I know that the Origins, the Masters Universe Origins packaging is done by Axel Jimenez, but I want to say that Nate Barish does the artwork for these, but whoever is doing the artwork for these packages, it's amazing. I mean, it puts a lot of the other toy packaging to shame right now, just by how slick it looks and just how, I mean, it tells a story all by itself. You see Evil Lyn here fighting off the hordes of the snake men. And how cool is that King Hiss right there? Very, this looks like a scene that could be out of a Conan book. But let's see. Battle armor Skeletor, protection powered by evil magic. Ooh. In his quest for the last remnants of Castle Grayskull, Skeletor discovers the ancient battle armor artifact to aid him in his nefarious schemes. Cool. And out of this line, I think the Man of War figure, which is Man at Arms, but upgraded or whatever. I think this is from Revelation. I think this is from Revelations or Revolutions or whichever one it is. I'm not really into those all that much. But I think that this merman is New Eternia. I kind of want to get the merman because he looks really slick. It'd be cool if they put, which universe they were from or whatever. But, showcasing here the figure on the package. He comes with an axe. He comes with a scimitar. And evidently he has pieces to do the battle armor effect, like the battle damage on his battle armor. How cool does he look right there? He looks awesome. So, without any more playing around about it, let's, I guess it'd be easier to get him open from the bottom here. We'll get him open and see what he's like out of the package. I don't usually keep my toys in the package. I always open them up because that's just, to me, that's where the toy really, I'm a big kid, basically. So let's see what we got in here. Okay, that's interesting. They didn't have this before. It's got a contents list. The figure, the battle armor piece, the axe, and the scimitar. And you'll notice this one does, does he have like open. And here we go. We've got stuff in here. I guess it's coming out. Yep. That's the first time I've seen him do this. Okay, so his axe is right there. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I like that. Kind of makes me think of the Transformers Red figures. Wow, he is. Boy, he's a big, beefy boy too. I think he might be bigger than the other one. Whoa, yeah, he's gigantic. So, like I said, there's different sizes for the Oh, here's my clippers. There's different sizes for the Masterverse figures. There's some of them are, like regular Marvel Legend size, and some of them are a lot bigger. Wow, look at that. The details on that are really nice, both sculpted details and painted details. That's pretty cool. And it's not soft stuff. This is like good solid. Like it's all made of PVC, but it's a little bit more rigid PVC. I guess it feels like it's one piece. I'm not sure, but it's nice and sturdy. Okay, so he doesn't have fabric on this one. The other Skeletors had fabric, like capes and tunics and things like that, but this appears to be all sculpted. He's got a wrap there, but he's got one right here. Let's see glad that's over. Oh, okay. So right up front here, he comes with chainmail for his little hood is chainmail. And does his jaw? His jaw does open and close. Not a whole lot, but it does open some, so he can be like, He-Man. That's pretty cool. He's got cool painted, like really piercing red eyes. Very cool. Now, let's see. That's kind of... Oh, okay, so that comes up. So that's... Okay, you can get a range... Oh, sorry. Get a little range of motion there. It's a little bit hindered, but it does get out of the way. I can't tell... Yeah, it looks like this whole armor piece will come off. I'm not going to take it off because the pegs on these things are notoriously hard to get back in once you get them off. The shoulder pads look like they come out, like there's tabs, but I'm not going to take that off either. He's going to spend the bulk of his life sitting on my shelf. Let's see, I'm trying to break up the joints a little bit so I can do the posability. Okay. It's one thing you want to do when you get new figures is to kind of test the range of motion on them. Make sure none of the joints are frozen up. Oh, cool. He's got all right. Let's see. Does he have a... Yeah, he has a joint there. I'm kind of going through the articulation while I'm doing this, but we'll look at it properly in just a second. Yep. Okay. Let's see what he looks like with his helmet on properly. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a really cool figure. Let's take a look real quick. I went through the articulation, but let's take a look at it properly. He has a ball joint at the neck, so he can look way down. If he's going to be that much of a giant, he needs to look down at people. It looks up slightly. It only goes back about that far. His head turns all the way around, and he's got a ball joint, so he can kind of shift his head side to side, but it kind of wants to go back to the middle. And like I said before, you can open his jaw. It's nice because it's painted kind of glossy black in there. I don't know if you can really see it or not. Let's see. Not really, but it's glossy black on the inside of his mouth, which I like that a lot. And you can't really tell. Let's see. He has a rotation at the waist, and he also has kind of a, let's see. the Masterverse has a kind of a ball joint at the diaphragm there, so at the top of or at the bottom of the rib cage, but it doesn't give you much range because of the armor there. Kind of keeps that from happening. But he does have a turn here, and it's good. His legs can kick forward that far, kick back that far, goes all the way out to the side. So he has a good range. He has ball joints in the hips there, so he has a good range. No real drop down or anything. Well, wait a minute. Is that a drop down? I'll be darned. He does have a drop down. Ah, nice. So you can really get his foot up there. You can kick the crap out of He-Man. Nice. Did they do that with the old ones? Hold on. I think maybe I just discovered something new. No, they don't. Nope. About the Skeletor figure. I'm gonna compare him to some other figures. Nope, not even him. So that's a new thing. I didn't think they came with that, but that's nice that they're doing a drop down. Man, this makes it even better because, a Marvel Legends figure right now, they aren't doing the drop down. They're just doing like the simple ball joint right there. And sometimes you get a good range and sometimes you don't. That's a big plus for me, because one of the things I like about the G.I. Joe classified line, it has those drop down hips, which gives you a lot more range of movement when you do that. He has a swivel at the upper thigh, double jointed knee for good big bend that way. He's got a rotational joint at the top of the boot. He has forward and back. He's got forward and back on the foot at the ankle, and he also has a rocker at the ankle, so you can pose him pretty well, although it is limited by this armor here. I don't know if I went through the arms or not, but they do rotate all the way around. This gets in the way a little bit, but it does move out of the way. And if you wanted to go for the more like classic battle armor Skeletor look, you can take these off. I'm pretty sure they'll come out. Yeah, they'll come out of there. I'm not taking it out. But you can get that, like sleeveless look for battle armor Skeletor. But, even with the armor, you can get his arms out really well. Like he has a pin and disc joint there. He has a rotational joint there. Upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and he has a swivel at the wrist with a hinge for in and out, which is really nice. It'd have been even nicer if this one had tilted forward, but hey, you know what? It's good enough as it is. But let's see. Gonna armor this guy up. He looks so darn good with that helmet. I think I might have a new Skeletor, a new favorite Skeletor. Let's see. How does he look with the axe in hand? He looks really cool. That's how cool he looks. Let's take a look at his accessories. He comes with a little baggie. And what do we get? I know it's the armor plate with the battle damage on it. And that looks pretty cool. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. And he comes with the scimitar. Whoa. It's got like a falcon's head on it. Trying to remember what the scimitar. Is this the same? Yep, it's the same sculpt as the one that came with the first New Eternia Skeletor. That's fine. I don't mind a reuse of parts. They did at least, color in different colors. And he's got a little bit of flash in there. Let's see how that looks in his mitts, or his mitt. Yeah, he looks like somebody that Conan would be kind of nervous about facing. And for the last thing, okay, that just pops right out. Oh, that even looks cool, you know? Look at my breasticles. And this pops right in for the battle damage. Very cool way to do the battle damage without it having to be like a action feature. Cool. I'll probably never display him with that and just leave it like this. So that's how he looks all armed up. And let's stand him next to we'll stand him next to Dr. Doom, and as you can see, he kind of towers over Dr. Doom. He's a huge figure. I didn't realize he was that big. Like when I just glanced at him in the package, you know, he looked beefy, but I didn't realize he was going to be that big. That's cool. That's really cool. For kind of a size comparison, this is what he looks like with the Origins Skeletor, which is the same size as the original vintage Skeletor. This is just the updated Origins one. And yeah, he really, you know, because the Origin Skeletor is, you know, he's right around that when he squatted down like the original figures were. He's close to the 5.5 inch height. This guy, let's see, I have my faithful tape measure. He is from, and we'll do it, to be fair, we'll do it from the top of the head, not the top of the helmet. He is right at, he's about 7¼ inches tall. So he's a big boy. Let's see how he looks with the other Masterverse figures now, because I've compared him to several other figures that aren't in the line. So let's see how he looks with figures that are in the line. First of all, we'll put him up next to the first Masterverse figure that came out of Skeletor, and that was the Revelation one. And he's a good bit bigger than him. I'm trying to remember what came first. I think Skelegod was the next one. And I think Skelegod might be bigger than him. Yeah, Skelegod was he was a big deluxe one. And he is bigger, but not by much. I mean, he's really not that much bigger than him. Pretty cool. Let's see, the first New Eternia Skeletor. Yeah, he's bigger than him, but still, he's a pretty big figure too. So yeah, that's how he racks up to these other guys, and I think they look pretty good together. One of these days, I'm gonna do a video just showing all of my Skeletor, not just figures, but collectibles. I don't have the biggest collection of Skeletor stuff in the world, but I have a few. Let's see. These guys are going to look good on a shelf together. Yeah. So that's the Masterverse Skeletors that I have so far. Yeah, they look pretty good together. All that blue and purple and yellow together looks really good. Never noticed that Skelegod, well, okay, Skelegod and the Revelation Skeletor both have sort of a whiter yellow skull. That's cool though. They look good in their own right. But yeah, this is the review of the Masters Universe, Masterverse, New Eternia Battle Armor Skeletor, and he is a really cool figure. I picked him up at Target for $21.99, and for a nice big beefy articulated figure with, he has basically 2 weapons, a helmet accessory, and the little battle piece. That ain't too shabby nowadays. I wish I wish we could go back to a time when toys didn't cost this much, but that's just the reality of the way money works. But yeah, really cool figure. I don't know if I showed him from the back, but he looks cool from the back too. Just a cool figure. I would definitely highly recommend him. He is, yeah, he's up there for favorite Skeletor. Yeah, so next time we talk about Skeletor, I'll just do a video showing all of my Skeletor collectibles. I think people enjoyed the video, the last collection video I did, where I showed off the homies, or no, the minifigures that I had. So we'll do a Skeletor one next. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more videos, and keep an eye out for what's coming. Monster Forge out.